Let's go live now to London, talk to Haitham Al-Sibai. He's from the opposition-supporting Syrian Social Club. Mr. Al-Sibai, thanks for being with RT. General Manas Tlaf, the most prominent defector, let's face it, from Syria's armed forces, acknowledged, didn't he, that it's essential to achieve unity in Syria. But how is it possible to do that when the rebels are refusing dialogue and continuing to fight, sir?
Well, let me say, first of all, the so-called rebel, they don't have their decision in their hands. The decisions come from outside, from a country like United States, backed by the Saudi Arabia and Qatar. So they just do what they've been told is to break the infrastructure of Syria, I mean, bleed the army and bleed the economy. So that's what they're taking on. But I believe since a week, since that massacre happened in Syria and the bomb who killed the commanders in Syria, the Syrian army has called now for swift action, and the people is called for swift action. We are here, we called for swift action from a month or 2 months ago, because it's enough. These people, they understand only the language of the guns and the language of the bullets. So this is what they have to be faced by the Syrian army, by the bullets, and it's going on now. Damascus is nearly cleaned from them. Aleppo is going to be cleaned. We want, as a Syrian, we want a dialogue. We want a political process. We want a ballot box. But everything it comes on the table, these groups are refused by their masters also. They refused Mr. Kofi Annan plan from the beginning. They refused every initiative. So now is the language of the bullets. And we believe the legitimate forces in Syria is the Syrian army, because there's a government with all its mistakes, still the legitimate government. The army is the legitimate forces, and it has to take on these people. All the Syrians want them to take on these people, because we have seen what these people have created on the ground, bombing places, destroying schools, destroying the equipments of schools.
With everything you're saying, so with everything you're saying, you don't think there'll be a negotiated settlement anytime soon, i.e. the two sides getting together, the opposition and the regime, and talking, no?
Well, if they're masters in the United States and Saudi Arabia and Turkey also, we have to mention, has to close its border as any country in the world, has to control its border, not those jihadists and those elements coming through the border as they wish, and they've been armed in the south of Turkey. There will not be talk, there will not be dialogue till the sound of the gun die down. We have, I mean, the Syrian army, the Syrian government and the Syrian people who are there terrified they're staying at home. They have no other choice. I mean, the dialogue and all this initiative is being for nearly 1.5 years.
As a Syrian yourself, sir, how would you like to see things go now, realistically, in your country? What do you think is the best way forward?
Well, I mean, we believe for a long time is the best way forward is for a dialogue, to create multi-parties.
But it's not happening, so how do you encourage that dialogue then?
Yeah, we tried, but I believe there is only one, what you call it, solution for this armed group and for these terrorists. They want to break in the resolve of the Syria, they want to break in the government, they want a chaos. Condoleezza Rice predicted the organized chaos, and this is what the plan is. We believe in our army, a swift action has to continue, has to be taken. The army has to take on these people, take them out, and if they come to the table, any opposition afterwards, they're welcome to.
Okay.
But with the situation, let me say something. Any dialogue, any political process has to go with the stability and security on the ground. Without the security on the ground and the stability, there will not be dialogue. There were a delay for the Syrian army, I believe, from the President Bashar al-Assad himself, just to make these people see what chaos can be. But now everybody is calling. I spoke to people in Damascus, residents of Damascus. They had enough. They've seen their shops and their lives, their businesses destroyed, and it's enough. If it's a war, it's a war. They have to take on these people, and they have to take them out, and not just on the gunmen, who helping the gunmen, whoever give them water also. They are.
I understand this is a subject extremely close to your heart. We could speak a lot about this. I'm afraid we are out of time. We're about to lose the line to you, Haytham, but thank you very much for your thoughts there. A representative of the Syrian Social Club in London, as you are. Thank you.
ليش ما يصير زق؟ حيوانة